check, 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 check. Ugly. What's up, Johnny? Yes, the Bulls will someday not suck. And I don't know if we're getting Zach back this season. This loss, assuming we lose this game, 3 games back of Washington, you're not bringing Zach back to play meaningless games. If you could lose a few more, bump up your percentages by a few for that top 4 protected pick. It is brutal. I'm with you, man. I was hoping that maybe these trades would give them a push, but there's always next year, I guess. And yes, I'm drinking wine because it's been that kind of week. Carlos, what's up, man? Yeah, at least we have Justin Fields, right? Chicago sports fans can only have one nice thing at a time. We've learned this lesson several times over. And this clearly was a Bears week. Well, I mean, if the Celtics could pull off that 32-point comeback, we could pull off this one, right? Not if we don't play defense. My thoughts on P. Will. Johnny's not sure if he should still be starting. At this point, what do you got? 9 games left? Play the kid. More NBA competition. More NBA minutes. Play the kid. This season is now about next season. Oh, there's my glorious man.
Hold on, I can't hear nothing.
Big Dave, I need you.
Betty!
No.
I don't care nothing about this game. I don't care. Bears. That's all I care about. There's the focus. It's Bears. Bears, Bears, Bears. Oh, man. They heard my tears. They heard I was ready to leave.
I was just saying to the crew that's already here, Chicago fans can only have one nice thing at a time. And this is a week that's all about Justin Fields and the Bears.
That's it, man. Sorry.
Hey,
this is it.
Shout out to my guy Sean, who said, I love you, Peck, but no more. It's time to go night-night. I don't blame you. Get yourself a nice early Friday bedtime. This game is poop. I mean, regardless of who wins, this is one of the ugliest games I've watched all season from both teams.
Yeah, it was trash, and then it wasn't because they cut it to 2, and then it immediately went back to trash. Like immediately, quickly, fast. And
that second quarter run was fun. Well, like a 90-2 run,
right?
And then the Bucks went on a little mini run at the end of first half, and then that entire third quarter was just unwatchable.
Yeah, it was unwatchable. That is the word. But it don't matter. We got a quarterback. I don't care.
Johnny,
hey, what up, John? What up, John?
Bears got a quarterback.
Dude, listen to me,
guys.
Listen to me.
Johnny said that Denzel dime to Sato, though. Oh, it was just.
Hey, John, listen. So I saw the draft yesterday, right? So Matt called me. Matt called me, and I'm in the middle of like a draft like podcast, like so I don't know what's going. I'm like, yo, man, what's up, man? Matt, I already could tell Matt is feeling good, and he's just like, dude, we got a quarterback. Like he was just so joyous, and I felt his joy so much because we ain't never had this. Listen, I had a girl call me yesterday. Don't text me. She texted me at like 11:30 in the evening and was like, all she was like was, tell me something good. And I said, the Bears got a quarterback. I'm really excited about it. That's all I cared about. It was all I cared about. I didn't care about
Hey, baby. Hey, baby, you up?
Right. Yeah, I am. I'm up watching Justin Fields tape. That's what I'm up doing. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, I know. Trust me, it means nothing to you, but it means everything to me. This has never happened before, ever. This is new territory. I don't know what this is. This is new territory. I've never seen this part of Bearstown before. Like, this is new. I ain't never been here.
He seems like the real deal.
Yeah.
Even
I don't know what this is. I'm sorry.
Those clips of him talking to his teammates like before the game of like, we're going out there. Like, I was like, yeah.
Wait, when was Troy Aikman drafted?
Must have been like early
89. Right? Yeah.
89.
Okay. Late 80s.
Mid 80s.
Yeah.
Mid 8, like no. I'm talking about what number he was first round.
What
pick?
number was he drafted?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Was he part of that Herschel Walker? Like all those picks they got for Herschel Walker?
He might. Yeah, he might. I think Emmitt Smith was.
Emmitt Smith definitely was.
Yeah, I think Emmitt was there. And Michael Irvin was probably part of that. But hold on, I need to look at it. I just want to know.
But
he was drafted.
That Cowboys team is so interesting because when you do like Mount Rushmore of Dallas sports, none of those guys make it because they all like cancel each other out because you don't know who to pick.
Okay, see, he was the number one pick of the draft.
Aikman was number one in 1989.
Are you kidding me?
He was the number one pick of the draft. Troy Aikman, 1989. So I'm only saying that point to say you've experienced something like this. Like you've gotten a stud quarterback that everybody obviously wanted and was amazing.
McMahon?
Okay, again, McMahon wasn't drafted like
that's true.
whatever.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That is true.
He wasn't coming in like that.
Yeah.
They weren't like, you know what? This is the second best quarterback of the draft. Like, it wasn't that.
And Romo was undrafted. Everyone always talks about Tom Brady being like, I went this round. It's like, yeah, but Romo didn't go to the rounds.
Right.
There were no rounds.
Like Jim McMahon was like the 5th pick, and I was like barely 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea.
He seems like the real deal, man. He seems like the real deal.
And like somebody was telling me, man, you know how the Bears do. The Bears are gonna Bears. I was like, I can't say that because they've never done this. It's a black quarterback. They've never done this.
A black quarterback in Chicago.
Never. In the history of all our lives, it's never happened.
Because they've never been opposed to bringing in washed up ones at the end of their career.
Yeah, right. Like Jason Campbell,
Cordell Stewart, Jason Campbell.
Yes. The last black quarter I remember them drafting was like Vince Evans in like the 7th round or something, like back in before either one of us was alive, and he was like the 6th round pick or something, man. You know what I mean? Like, and they still wanted him to play like receiver. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. He was clearly better than the person they had, but they still wanted him to be like receiver. So them getting this dude, and it's the right person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the actual correct human being to have in that position. I don't know how to feel. I have no idea what to feel because I've never felt like this. What this is. So it was just really cool to hear Happy Matt call me and be happy about a Bears sports team.
I was like,
Happy Matt's my favorite Matt.
Yes,
one of my favorite Matts.
Shows himself. So
I don't get to come out a lot, guys.
Yeah. Matt's happy when it's
the
warranted.
World is shit, and my teams are shit.
See? I don't think Matt is appropriately reacting to the input. The input is he reacts appropriately. Like
correct.
He's not. I would never call him like morose or sad or down. I would say no. He's a realist.
Right.
The world is garbage.
Yeah. I call like I see it, John.
I'm super pumped.
People are talking about comps for Fields, man. I mean, yeah,
I don't care.
I'm just elated, and I really love that offensive tackle they just tonight from Oklahoma
He's nice
State.
too. He's nice.
Have you seen his comments, Dave?
I did when he was just cursing.
Yeah,
no, I did.
Our guy Ricky O'Donnell had like a whole bunch of them together and was like, "This guy sounds like he's getting jacked up for a WWE bout."
Hey, John, here's a Bears trivia question for you. How many starting quarterbacks do you think the Chicago Bears have had? And I'll give you a hint. It's the most in NFL history.
Total. How many starting quarterbacks?
How many
total?
starting quarterbacks total?
Oh my
the
God.
Super Bowl era has the Chicago Bears had?
I don't even know. I would be terrible at this because, I don't even.
I know, but no.
Is 80 a lot? I have no clue. Super Bowl started in 1960.
Yes.
So
see,
let's say they average 1.5. Like every quarterback is 1.5 years or something, maybe. I'm gonna guess 38.
38 quarterbacks.
Yeah, starting quarterbacks.
51.
I was like, it's gotta be almost double that.
51,
wow,
John.
That's crazy.
51.
What teams had the least amount?
Well, that's a good question. I'm gonna just say the Green Bay Packers.
It feels like Green Bay Packers. It feels like they always find their quarterback and they just let it ride.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say them.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers, though, man. How great is it?
Right. And then that happens at the same time. Like, come on.
He's out, baby.
Come on.
Shailene Woodley took one look. Shailene Woodley, he was so good at Jeopardy, guys. I cannot stress it enough. It was unbelievable how good he was. Because he was so unremarkable. He's been the best guest host because he's so boring, and that's what that show needs.
I just saw that one clip where somebody in Final Jeopardy didn't know the answer, so they made a joke, and he wrote in like, "Why didn't you?" or like, "Why did you kick the field goal?"
Yeah.
Rodgers was like, "That should be an acceptable, correct answer." I don't know.
That was his first day too. Like that was his first. Yeah. That was his first day. By the end, he was like making jokes. He was great. Rodgers is a fantastic Jeopardy host.
Okay.
And the key is to be boring like Alex Trebek.
But like
Alex Trebek was boring.
All of the hype about Rodgers with these latest reports, like yesterday and today, like I want out, I don't want to go back to Green Bay. The volume of game show title related jokes.
I love it.
It's like no, it's overload. I'm like, okay, this is enough.
But like that means he made his mark though. Like you know what I mean? Like that's great. Oh, I love it. But yeah, I would love to see where he goes. I would love it.
Yeah, he had 3 teams. I think it was the Raiders,
the Broncos,
and I don't remember the other team.
My brother-in-law lives in Denver, and I talked to him yesterday. I was like, Aaron Rodgers, and he was like, I'm like, you guys need a quarterback. He's like, that's not all we need, man. He was like, we need a lot of things.
Tell him, look at me. Yes, it is. It is all you need. It is. It's definitely all you need. Quarterback changes it all. Everything.
Everything. Guys, I am so ready for these other 9 games to not happen.
I know. I'm with you. They're very bad.
Almost over.
9 more games. Denzel is out of here.
Get out, my team. Oh, that door is going to be so wide open, just funneling out all kinds of trash. It's going to be great to watch. I can't wait to see it.
Well, I like that sweatshirt though.
That autism awareness hoodie.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Portis Jr.
I mean, come on, like 12-point game with 6.5. This ain't over, but
it's over.
We're just like playing like crap.
You're down 12 in the fourth with 6.5. Like it's over. Double digit.
Well, yeah, we do have this thing where sometimes we struggle to manage even 20 points in a quarter. So 12-point lead might as well be 32.
We scored 12 points in the first quarter. Right? This
like
game?
420 or something like that.
I think they had 19 in the first quarter tonight.
Oh, okay. I jumped in the second quarter. I was like watching the thing and I was like 12. Ugh.
Oh, is his leg okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm probably ahead of y'all.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Okay. Be ahead. We don't need to be synced up. Let's end the season. My God. Give me that Give me that number 1 pick. Bubby.
Garrett Temple.
Bubby Portis.
Yeah.
Awkward looking collision.
Wow. That might just be one of those where you bump knees and it's like it feels like really bad.
Yeah. This team is so boring without Zach.
Am I too
Yes,
loud?
Johnny. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I just cannot. I cannot contain my disdain for Bulls. They're better without Zach.
Yes.
They're better without Zach.
Wait, people don't really believe that.
Yes, they do. No, John. I've been having arguments on Twitter with people telling me this. Yes,
what's our record?
It's true. It's true.
What's our record since the trade? We're like 4-15 or something, right?
Like, we got a win against Cleveland and like whatever that other. I guess we did.
Varejao, baby.
Varejao. I cannot believe the Varejao comeback, dude. That came out of left field. I saw that Tom's Twitter alert, and I was like, the Anderson Varejao?
Also, Joe Johnson's not back yet. I got in an argument with a buddy, and I was like, Joe Johnson's back. He's not. He didn't sign with the Bucks.
Oh, so he just did the workout then.
He does the workout.
Okay.
They have an open roster spot though.
What's up, Pino? Welcome in. Only the Bulls said Bulls look pretty Chris Dunn-esque tonight. Oh, just you wait. We have a fresh episode of Did You See What Chris Dunn Don't Tonight? Tonight it will be Big Dave making the guess for Chris Dunn's productivity or lack thereof for the Hawks.
Me and Peck did our research by looking at the stats. I don't smoke cigarettes, and I almost wanted to have a cigarette on the side.
Right? Dude, it might be the best one yet, Dave. It's so good.
I showed it to my wife, and she goes, "That's a lot of time." First she goes, "No way." And I showed it. I was like, "Check it out."
And I wasn't even planning on looking at it until later on tonight, as we were getting underway. But I was scrolling through Twitter, and the official Sixers Twitter account had like their "Game over, we won, here's the final score" tweet. And it said, "Glad that's done," spelled D-U-N-N. Trolling Chris for that Bush League shit he pulled for the previous game.
I love it. I love it.
And I was like, oh yes, I love it. Also, let me peep that box score.
Oh.
And I was not disappointed.
Wow. That's an excellent troll job.
Here's an interesting question from Johnny. Why not just let Lowry play and rise his trade stock? At least he can score more than most of these subs. Well, he couldn't play tonight because he had the second shot sniffles, apparently.
He got vaccine? That's why he didn't play?
Felicio.
I was curious.
Yeah, so the
I thought
Bulls
he was
got their second doses the other day, and he and Felicio were listed as non-COVID illness, so could just be side effects from the second dose.
Yeah.
But I mean, are you really thinking you can orchestrate a sign and trade for Lowry this offseason? Maybe.
No.
What do you? No. I mean, good God.
No. Not with the restricted free agents that are out there.
And what are you going to raise his trade value with 9 games left? Like,
no, he's not. He's gone. It's done. Yeah. He's going somewhere else. He's going somewhere in Texas. We can put money on it.
Can I tell you? Can you want to guess real quick Wendell Carter Jr. stat line there?
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. I can't see you, Dave. So I'm going to refresh. Hold on.
Okay, sure.
I like to look at you.
Well, I don't blame you, sir.
7, 5, and 1
he said
turnover.
7, 5 and 1 turnover. Wait, I was waiting for the block. He said 7, 5 and 1 turnover.
I was going to say block, and I was like, he's 6'8". He's not blocking anything.
Is Chris Middleton the most forgettable good player in the history of the NBA?
Oh, wow. That is an excellent question.
I will never remember him, ever.
That is so true.
When he's playing, I do not remember he's out there when he's in front of my face. And then I look down and he has a pretty good game. Is he the most forgettable, good player?
That's man. Dang, John, that's a really excellent argument, bro. I don't know.
Nothing about him. His name, even the way he spells his name is weird.
Yeah.
K-H-R?
K-H-R-I-S.
Like, you want to give that a second shot, Mr. Middleton?
Mulligan? What do you got? Wait, Matt said 7, 5, and 1 turnover.
7 points, 5 boards, and 1 turnover.
Okay. 13 points,
Uh-huh.
7 rebounds, no assists, 3 turnovers.
Okay. So he played 22 minutes, 8 points,
Jesus Christ.
8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers.
No blocks.
0 blocks.
He's fantastic.
Went down.
Like nope, no blocks.
Went down. Gafford with 13 and 7, but whatever.
Johnny, I sadly remember Ron Mercer too well.
Oh God!
If you're throwing him in the category of forgettable players,
yeah, that's a good one though. I like that one though.
I mean, I watched every freaking game of the 99 to 03 Bulls.
Sure did,
and it was rough,
brutal. Anytime I was like, I feel so bad for Red Kurt because he was out there rooting hard for Dickie Simpkins. When he scored his career high 18 points.
And not just Dickie Simpkins, but an aging Dickie Simpkins.
Dude, you should have heard about it. Okay, Dickie! Yeah! Dickie! I was like, oh, Red, boy. Well, now the mighty have fallen. It was, boy, those are hard times, brother. Those are hard times. When y'all talking about rock bottom now, you ain't seen it. That 99-03, my God.
No, but you were still so close to the promised land. Like you could withstand it. Like,
but John,
right?
John,
it was bad.
John, dog. And you got to remember all those teams that the bully had beat up, and now the bully is gone. They just were taking out all frustration.
That's fair.
Man, all frustration. All they saw was that jersey.
I mean, it was I was a Mavs fan in the 90s, and that was, we never knew good times.
Yeah.
Well, your players did. Your players knew good times.
They had a great time. Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton's in the mix.
They had a ball.
I think this Bucks team will be really good in the playoffs. I really do. I think Drew Holiday and Bobby fixes a lot in a weird way.
That's a great point.
And I think DiVincenzo has went up a whole level.
You got a good point.
Stacey agrees with you because tonight, earlier in the broadcast, Stacey was saying, I know that they're not the 1 seed. They don't have as good of a record as they did last year, but he thinks that they're a more complete team.
100%.
Like as far as like the personnel that they have and the talent that they have. I agree. I kind of was underwhelmed by the PJ Tucker, acquisition. Because it was clearly just like the Rockets are like, okay, we're tanking and we'll sell off this other vet piece that we have left. And I didn't know if he would, help that much. But if he is like Apex PJ Tucker for their playoff run, that's a useful piece to have.
All he needs to do is win you 2 games in the playoffs. That's it.
Right. And I'm thinking maybe he's just kind of saving himself for the playoffs because he hasn't been contributing a whole lot for them in these regular season games.
And even though he's 6'7" or 6'6", he's like a body to throw at Embiid or Kevin Durant or
right.
Yeah, he does like playing.
And Drew Holiday can match up with those Nets guards.
I mean,
good night, Walt Dog.
He was a starter.
I don't blame you for going to bed.
Go to bed.
This is brutal.
Hug Dick. Don't go look at the ocean or something.
Guys, who do you think was better, Bobby Portis or Bobby Portis Jr.?
I'm gonna go with Bobby Portis Sr.
Me too. Bobby Portis. He was offered
in
a
a few years when Bobby meets that
Mm-hmm.
special someone and has a kid, and then he switches the J to an S on his jersey.
BP.
Although, I mean, the Bobby Portis revenge game.
Oh, nice.
You can say it happened. I mean, 16 and 14.
Man, he had his in Washington. He killed the Bulls that first game. I remember.
Oh my God, yeah. Also,
balling out.
I did not know until tonight that the attempts aren't where a lot of the premier 3-point shooters in the league are, but he is second in the NBA right now in 3-point percentage this season.
Who?
Bobby Portis.
You hear me?
Behind Joe Harris, he's shooting 48% from downtown this season.
48%.
Bobby, I refer to
Wow.
myself in the third person Portis. Yes, that guy.
Bowling champ Bobby Portis.
Best bowler in his region.
Wow. All right. Congratulations, Bobby. Good for him. I hope he does something for them in the playoffs. But you're
Who's
right.
number
John. I think
one?
he's a great.
Joe Harris.
Joe Harris. Jesus Christ.
He's a great piece for them. He really is.
I just think he can get you a bucket.
Yeah.
And I think Drew's fantastic. I think they overpaid for him, but who cares?
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's fantastic. Like they unlike last year when they lost Giannis, they don't lose a huge step this year. You know what I'm saying? With the pieces that they have.
We have not talked about Giannis this entire season. The second he signed his extension, we stopped talking about him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, we gave you your 2 MVPs. We're done talking about you until you win a championship.
Yeah. And if Cade didn't get hurt, he wouldn't have been a captain, in the All-Star game.
True. Like, we've just threw, and it's not like he's not putting up those numbers.
He's fantastic. I do think he's first team All NBA.
I like their All NBA list too.
So this year feels particularly hard.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it's hard to leave.
You got Westbrook.
There's
There's so many guards.
Oh, Kobe. 8-point game. Here we go.
There we go. Heck, believe. They'll go to overtime, so it'll just take longer.
Dude, did you see the Celtics?
Dude.
Tatum at 60.
They were down 32.
To whom?
Yeah.
To
Spurs.
The mighty West Coast Spurs.
The West Coast Spurs. The Spurs are so good.
Oh my goodness. There's a dagger.
Cannot wait to see when DeMar DeRozan, where he goes next year.
I hope it's somewhere where he can just be, you know what, you're the piece that's going to put us over the top.
Yeah.
That's my hope. That's my hope for him.
I suppose it's DeRozan to go into Houston.
DeMar DeRozan. It's the greatest name ever. It's the greatest. And then DeMar DeRozan. I'm supposing to gozen.
Chosen.
Yeah, Chosen. There's a good. God dang it.
Mm-hmm. Watching Frozen.
Oh my God. It's so good.
It's endless. Everybody in the 3-1-3.
Everybody.
Happy Friday, guys. It's a wine night.
Wine night, Matt. Wine peck.
It was a long week. And this was a long game. Drinking the good
This is
stuff.
definitely another double chalky night. Yeah, Carlos.
What's a double chalky?
Carlos, explain what a double chalky is. Because I took it as chocolate.
Wow, I hope it's chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah, it's spelled CHOCC. Because when I first heard it, I was thinking chalk like CHALK. Like, oh yeah, the Bulls lost. That's chalk. But
yeah.
Oh my God, Peck! 9 more Valentine's games that year.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God.
Oh, chocolate milk.
With the art gift.
I remember that episode too. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
He's on his way home.
Oh my God, when they re-signed Denzel.
Chocolate milk. Is that how you deal with your Bulls fan torture? Just a double glass of chocolate milk?
Do you make your own, or do you? Is it like is it like the squirt stuff, or is it pre-made? Because that's a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
I love making my own. I haven't made my own in years.
Homemade,
I love it.
Like, classic Hershey syrup.
Yeah,
always good. Although I tell you what, though, man, Overweiss chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
But that's like $16 a glass.
Oh yeah, a half gallon is like $7.50 or whatever.
Overweiss is like money laundering, man. I go in there for an ice cream cone. They're just like, okay, hold on, let me take a payment plan.
Oh yeah, they gouge you.
Take a payment plan.
Yeah,
Talk about grew up in suburbs, white privilege. I grew up on Overweight.
I imagine. I grew up.
We had one of those containers on our front porch. We had 6 half gallons delivered weekly to our house.
You had milk delivered to your house?
Yeah, remember how back in the day there was such a thing as like a milkman?
Yeah, no, I remember.
Overweight still just did that. When I was growing up in the burbs in the 90s, we had an Overweight cooler that lived on our front porch, and an Overweight delivery truck would drop off 6 glass half gallons of Overweight milk every Monday morning.
That is amazing.
It was in glass bottles, right?
Glass bottles, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he dressed like the 60s man delivering milk?
Was never awake early enough to see him.
Okay.
It was always a mystery.
My grandmother had a milkman, but it wasn't Overweight. It was like regular milk, but it was like a steel box. And then she also got glass bottled Mountain Dews and Pepsis delivered to her in crates. Ooh. And when I think about that now, I'm like, that was like the 90s. That's crazy to me. Like glass bottle Mountain Dews,
soda bottle delivery.
Yep. I would have gone nuts for glass bottle Mountain Dew.
What a time!
If this still happened, I would pay that.
That seems like such a grandparents' house treat kind of thing.
Truly, I wouldn't pay for Peacock. I would pay for that. I'd be like, I want that delivered. But it was just it was the same from probably the same one since the 20s.
Carlos says he does the syrup.
Yeah, that sounds so. Man, I almost want to go to the store right now.
Nesquik junk.
No,
and Lakina says Nestle Quick.
Wait, is that what am I thinking? Am I thinking that? Or, oh wow, Makoka pulling Denzel.
Yeah, he can go too. By the way, let me just say that he can definitely roll too.
What do you mean, Young Jimmy?
Young Jimmy, right? Yep. If you're young, anybody on this team, you definitely could go. Hey, look at Dotson.
Oh, Dotson.
Oh, all right, Dotson.
It was fun to see El Amino in the mix.
Yeah, it was the feeling to see him actually be alive. I was like, who is this dude?
Dude,
I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he was here.
Minutes like he was fighting for his life.
He
was like, I don't put up a 5 in every column of the box score. I'm going to the guillotine later tonight. Game.
12th consecutive win against the Bulls.
Mm. Oh my goodness. That's it right there.
Hey Matt, my boy said he said, where's Matt from saying soda instead of pop?
I am Chicago suburbs born and raised. I have never liked the usage of the word pop. I've always stuck with soda, man. All my friends growing up, pop, 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 pop. I'm like, what are you, a popcorn machine? It's called soda.
It's the same thing as me putting ketchup on hot dogs is you saying soda over pop. It's the same thing.
That is so funny. Down south.
Pop. Hey, Mom, can I have some pop?
Everything's Coke.
Nails on a chalkboard.
That's true. Everything is Coke. Everything is a Coke in Texas.
Can I have a Coke? What kind? Sprite?
Right? Yes. That blew my mind when I first heard it. I was like, wait, what? I was so confused.
Hey, you want Coke? And it's Coke.
Imagine working at a restaurant like I was and hearing that for the first time. And I said, I want a Sprite. What? Yeah. You said a Coke.
One of my favorite tweets ever is, Alva Coke, is Pepsi okay? How the fuck do you know my son's name?
Oh my goodness.
It's one of the funniest things.
Oh wow. Well, let's talk about this game for a little while and then talk about something else. 108-98 is the final. Bulls fall to the Bucks in their first meeting since New Year's Day. Thanks for watching the fourth quarter with us. Thanks for staying up late. We are the Bulls Outcasts at the Stretch 4. I'm Matt. That's Big Dave. That's John. Gentlemen, the Wizards cruised to a victory over Cleveland tonight. So with that, coupled with this Bulls loss, means the Bulls are now 3 games back of the 10th seed.
How many games left?
With 9 games to play.
That's bad.
You had a Milwaukee team that was sitting Giannis, and yes, you don't have your all-star Zach. Lowry was a late scratch. but this was still an opportunity. This was a tired Milwaukee team on the road on the second night of a back-to-back who fell apart late in the game and lost to Houston last night, for crying out loud. And here's an opportunity to keep fighting for your playoff lives. And that is what you got. Look, it's not ideal that their other all-star, Vooch, who clearly they would need a monster game from tonight to win this, started 0 of 8 from the field. I think he was 3 of 13 at halftime. He finished, 7 of 27, 1 of 9 from downtown. And the rest of this team right now, it's just like AK and Eversley are like, we're going to figure this out this summer. Like, shut it down. I think this game, this loss to me, 9 games left, shut it down. Zach, you're good, buddy. Enjoy your summer. That's how I feel right now. What about you, John?
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, why not? When you're down 3 with 10 games left, that means everyone else has to lose, and you have to win all. Like, if they lose the next game, the math might barely be there. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like it's, man, I get it. Why would you try? Like, I don't think we're going to get our 4th pick because I don't think like tanking. I mean, it won't hurt, as you say. So maybe, who knows? But like, yeah, it's just, I get it. Why would you risk, some sort of injury during this weird COVID season for something that doesn't matter?
Dave, what about you?
Yeah, like it had to, for me, it has to get closer to where I can better agree with your logic about tanking. And what gets me closer to that is Washington continuing to win and, the games becoming less and less, and Zach being injured. Zach being sick, and then Lowry gets sick, and even Vooch was battling a little tiny injury tonight, which is probably why he went 7 to 27. But yeah, all that stuff coming in and compounding. I'm like, okay, yeah, now I can entertain it now. Now I can hear what you're saying, and I can be like, okay, Matt, all right, yeah, I hear it now. I can see it. All right, I'm not mad if they want to go that route right now, and also the schedule, like they have the toughest schedule left. You know what I'm saying? Like they still got to play the Bucks again. They still got the Nets like 2 more times. Like, we playing the Hawks. They're playing all these teams they got the Celtics, and you watch Tatum just drop 60 tonight, and they're gonna be mad because they lost to the Bulls last time. So yeah, like it's not looking good, and it's not looking like they're gonna be able to pull this out. Of course, you still want them to, because I want to go to the play-in game. I think it'd be awesome for this team, just going into next season. But as it gets closer to the end, you got to start looking at things a little more logically.
And speaking of looking at things logically, you mentioned Zach. I saw somebody in the comments tonight earlier had the question about Zach and said, I thought he was just in protocol and didn't actually have COVID. Yeah, my guy Jordan and I on Lockdown have been talking this a lot today and yesterday, because when we first heard that Zach was going to the sideline for health and safety protocols, we did not hear that it was because he had tested positive.
Right.
And we know that players don't have to voluntarily give that information up this season if they don't want to. Sure. But nothing we heard confirmed, like, yeah, Zach had COVID. Whereas earlier this season, when Bulls players tested positive, we heard who those players were and that they had tested positive. And then there were teammates who were put on the shelf for contact tracing. This whole Zach situation seemed really weird to me, because it was like, okay, health and safety protocol, never heard that he was confirmed tested positive. Cowley was the only person on the entire Bulls beat just firing off tweets with the assumption that Zach did indeed test positive for COVID, but we had never heard that from anyone else, not Zach, not the Bulls, not any other reporter. And I thought that was odd. Then today we get a column with an interview with his teammate, Tomas Satoransky, who had his COVID stint earlier this season and was being asked, what's it been like? How's Zach doing? And he said, yeah, I've been checking in with Zach. Seems like he's fine, just really antsy to get back and play. It seems like he didn't have some of the symptoms that I have when I had it, several months ago. So it seems like we got confirmation from Sato today that Zach did indeed test positive, but has basically been asymptomatic. That's what it sounds like. If that's the case, and he's been on the shelf for 16 days after that positive test, you would imagine that he would have been able to register two negative tests, whatever it is that he needs to be cleared. I think it's very possible that AK and Eversley are like, but I know you want this. I know you want to get back and help this team fight for this playoff, but save it.
He said, "Save it, relax."
Why risk hurting yourself for maybe a playoff game?
I will say that it came out tonight because Rob Schaefer reported that Zach was on the bench for the Bulls tonight. He was sitting there. He's maxed up, street clothes and everything. So that just made me feel a little better that he was actually there and being allowed around people and his team. So that kind of boded well. But yeah, man, I hear you. Like they probably could be thinking. Everything about AK though says he's very super competitive and he wants to win in any way, shape, or form and fashion. But he also is a smart GM. He wouldn't be where he is if he wasn't smart. So I don't know. Like I can see the logic in what you're saying. I don't think you're wrong. But yeah, I think he might be able to tell Zach something like that. But at the same time, I can still kind of see him like, are you ready? Are you healthy enough to play? Because I still want to make one final shot at it to see if we can do it or not. But if Washington just keeps doing what they're doing with, Daniel Gafford, they're 12-2, by the way, since he's been there. If they just keep doing it like that, he might want to go ahead and give that up.
But wouldn't they?
Okay, continue my conspiracy theory and humor,
sure.
John.
Yeah, I'm all in on conspiracy.
If Zach did in fact test positive, how is it that none of his teammates had to be held out for contact tracing? That's the part that is like completely illogical to me. That makes me think this is all a ruse.
That's such a good point. If there's a positive test, he was playing, and I'm sure it was right around. You got to hang. Yeah.
Every team that's dealt with it this season, a player is positive, contact tracing. These players also out. Happened to the Bulls earlier this season.
Wouldn't you shut down like Vooch though, too, as well?
No, he's brand new to the team. Let me continue with the conspiracy theory. He's brand new to the team. Him to continue to get acclimated, you know what I'm saying? To mesh with the guys who, are going to be here next year, like with Kobe and everything like that. So,
but the most important mesh is Vooch and Zach, right?
Correct. It is, but he still but he has to play. Like Zach going out, because Zach would never not play. Like we've seen that about him. He's going to play. The man came limping in to meet us, and he still was mad that he couldn't even play. So, yeah, Zach wants to play. But, yeah, let's roll with the conspiracy theory. Why not? It's 9 games left, and the Bears got a quarterback. Let's roll with the conspiracy theory.
It's just, a lot of this doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I do want to say this before you move on, just to shift a little bit. But Patrick Williams, man, it's the first time tonight that he kind of bothered me, and because he played 35 minutes tonight. Okay, he took 6 shots. The only other people that took less shots than him was Dotson and Aminu. And Aminu took 5. And he was like, so that's everybody took more shots than him, except the guy who played 20 seconds and the other dude who never plays. That's an issue for me. You can't have that. 35 minutes is way too long for you to be on the court, and we need you too much. You got 6 shots.
I feel like I said something earlier this season about, I swear to God, the next time I see Denzel Valentine register more shots than Patrick Williams, I'm going to. And then it was either something violent towards Denzel or violent towards myself.
I'm saying violent towards you. No, it's usually violent towards you. Yeah,
it's usually violent towards myself. I'm not a violent person outwards.
No,
only inwards.
Yes, it's true.
But I'm so with you, Big Dave. And John, it's crazy that Big Dave is saying, Pete Up kind of pissed me off tonight, because I would love to throw this hypothetical out there next. Our dear friend Bulldog, Kevin Anderson, our former fearless leader over at NBC, texted us tonight and said, guys, hot take incoming. If the Bulls drafted Halliburton instead of Williams, they'd be a playoff team this year. John, do you buy that take?
Man, I don't know if they'd be a playoff team, but Halliburton's had a better season than Patrick Williams. He's had more of an impact on his team, but the Kings aren't exactly killing it.
All right, yes, thank you. Yes,
it didn't I don't know if they'd be a play. I think that's a bridge too far. I do think he would have been a great fit and a little bit of point guard, and we would have been rolling. You know what I mean? I think him and Zach have been a really good backcourt.
Yeah,
but I told Bulldog, I think threes are so rare, and if you can find a 3 that's really good, that you hold on to them like grim death.
Like grim, which isn't that far off, by the way.
Which is the
but let me say that to this, because I don't know if he means they'd be a playoff team now with the trade or before the trade? Because I think that makes a difference in the context of it. Before, is Wendell Carter Jr. still here in this scenario that we have him or not? Because I don't know how it would have played out this year. You know what I'm saying? How they would look where they would still make that kind of trade. Like, would it have made Wendell a little bit better? Like, would he have been impacted? Like, I don't know. So I got to get that context of it first. But yeah, like, because the glaring need has been point guard for a long time. But as we said at the beginning, because they kept telling us, they wanted to see, and rightfully so, if Kobe White was able to be the point guard of the future. Okay. And they figured out that, he's not going to be that dude. Like, and they were willing to take that risk. So I don't mind them showing and investing in a pick and investing in a young man who's going in his second year in the NBA who showed promise like he did in this rookie season. I didn't have an issue with that at all.
And, I think that's fair too. Even though I wasn't as high on Kobe as you were, Dave, or are, I still thought it was fair to give him that chance to start this season.
Agreed.
See, especially with the way he finished his rookie year. Like, give this kid a shot.
Yeah.
So the other stipulation that Bulldog put into this whole Halliburton, Williams, would we be in the playoffs thing, is he did say, that's not me saying I think Halliburton will be the better player than Williams for the longevity of their respective careers.
Yeah.
If Williams blossoms into the player we think he has a potential to be, P-Dub could end up being a better player than Halliburton, having a better career than Halliburton. But this season right now, Halliburton clearly is doing more, having a greater impact. Not like the Kongs are great, but
how did this get Halliburton? Can you imagine this Suns team with Halliburton?
Oh my gosh!
My
goodness. Backing up Chris, unbelievable. Like, dumbasses.
Yeah, and like I thought we were maybe in the moment. Like I still was just trusting AK out of the gate. I was disappointed we didn't take one of those point guards, whether it was going to be Halliburton or Killian Hayes. I was high on both of those guys, and I would have been more than happy to see one of them go number 4 overall. The more I did research on P-Dub, the more I looked at him closer in the couple days leading up to the draft. We started hearing that name a lot more connected to the Bulls. I was like, okay, not exactly a position of need right now, but okay. And guess what? Lowry's out the door. So it turns out, it was a position of need. That's the starting power forward of the future.
And when he gets a full offseason and a full training camp and his second year, he might Patrick he'll be in the most improved player talk next year. It feels like.
I think it's certainly possible.
Yeah, he's gonna be nice, man. I still got the hope for him. Yeah, I still got mad hoping, and I think he's gonna be awesome going forward. But yeah, you got to call it what it is when you see it sometimes, and yeah, that's all that was. But yeah.
All right, gentlemen, are we ready for this part of the night?
It's my favorite part of the day.
Dave, it's your turn. You are the guesser in our new favorite segment. Did you see what Chris Dunn don't tonight? John, being the first time knower of the stat line, would you like to do the honors?
No, well, do you have it up?
I do have it pulled up.
You can do it then, because I have to look it up. Okay. I know what it is in my brain. I want to make sure I get it right, though.
Okay.
So you go ahead. I'll just enjoy it.
I have it in front of me. Chris Dunn's stat line tonight in a 126-104 loss to the Sixers. Big Dave.
Yes, sir.
The floor is yours for guessing.
All right. So I'm going to say he played 16 minutes. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to stick with the 0 points theme because that has been the theme so far going forward. Chris Dunn. So
thank you for yes-handing the pattern. Thank you.
I'm going to say he scored 0 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. No, 2 steals. No, 2 steals. I'm going to give him 2. I'm going to give him 2. 2 steals. 4 turnovers. And
I love it.
4 fouls.
Wow. I love that. You had some hits, you had some misses.
Yeah. Hit me.
But I love that your misses were 4 turnovers and 4 fouls because those are good guesses. Legit.
Solid guesses.
In our last episode of this segment, he had 5 fouls in 15 minutes.
He did.
He had a point for every foul.
Yeah, it's not illogical. No.
So, you know how we were making that joke about the binary stat line, Dave?
Yes.
Just
very
all
much so.
all zeros and ones.
Yep.
Other than his minutes played and his plus minus, Chris Dunn tonight, the goddamn hero that he is, actually registered a binary stat line. So, points, you were correct. Goose egg, 0. And that was, by the way, 0 of 0 from the field, 0 of 0 from the free throw line.
Nah.
Dude didn't even look at the basket.
That's not the point of basketball.
You ready for it, Dave?
Come on with it, brother.
1 rebound.
Oh, Lord.
1 assist. 1 steal.
Come on.
1 block.
Come on.
1 turnover.
Come on.
Dude, to see his box score, it looks like he's like counting prison days. It's just like floods, like on the wall. Like it was amazing.
Oh my God, man. Wait, how many minutes? 14
minutes, minus 17, and all zeros and ones.
That is, oh my God. Why were y'all capping for this? Why were y'all riding for this guy? What were y'all looking?
Thank you. That's 14 minutes anyone else could have played.
Literally, any other person in the NBA could have played these minutes and done that.
He took the time away from someone.
What is Atlanta thinking now, dog? Like, seriously, what do you think they're going through their brain watching this? Like, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
I
man.
was so excited when I double checked and it was in fact all zeros and ones.
See, I had to double check it just to make sure. This dude is terrible.
It was so satisfying.
I mean, Chris Dunn, bless your heart. You continue to outdo yourself. There's no way that this segment should have been this successful 3 times in a row.
He's the king.
We're going to have to walk away from this segment the first time Chris Dunn actually registers a decent stat line. But who knows? That may never happen again.
But you know, fellas, what's coming up tomorrow?
Bulls Hawks.
Bulls
Chris Dunn
Hawks.
revenge game.
Chris Dunn revenge game.
Oh my God, we get the Chris Dunn go against the Bulls.
Double nickel. He's gonna be a double nickel.
What, 5 steals, 5 turnovers? That's double nickel.
He's all in. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
That's what it's gonna be. My God, nobody in the history of basketball has made John's point better. That steals are useless. More so than Chris Dunn. Nobody. No player I can think of makes John's point more valid.
They're garnish. They're not. It's ambiance. It's nice for the meal, but it's not the meal.
Man,
because he can literally point to this person and say you were the second in the league at this, and people think you're good because of it. I mean,
yeah,
he just really is an argument maker.
We have too many things to grade people on.
Wow, man! Wow. Shame on you guys.
And the best part is that he got trolled by the Sixers official Twitter account.
Yes.
Like you don't like you see like team to team teasing between
but
like
never individual.
An individual player. Yo,
they never do that.
That is a special level of disrespect reserved for one Chris Dunn.
Did you see what the Kings tweeted out today?
No, I missed it.
Right when the news came that LeBron might make his return, tonight against the Kings, they just tweeted out LOL. And then when Shams tweeted like, "Oh, he's definitely making his," they just wrote LMAO. They are so funny, man.
Yeah.
Of course, he's coming.
Acknowledge that we are a nice cupcakes matchup for LeBron to make his return to.
Yeah, come on up, King.
Oh God, guys, I can't believe we have Bulls Hawks tomorrow. Like that
it's a treat.
Whew.
We're lucky to watch more Bulls.
We are truly blessed.
We got a quarterback. That's all I can keep telling you. We got a quarterback.
Because tonight was ugly. A couple of happy anniversary shout outs tonight before we log off. I'm rocking the Joakim shirt. 2009, April 30th. Joakim strips Paul Pierce coast to coast dunk and one. Bulls win in triple OT. 12 years ago today. 12 years ago. Wait, hold on. Is my math wrong? 11 years ago?
11
Yeah, 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Jeez.
John,
And
stupid.
even further back, the MJ baseline dunk on Ewing, dribbling out of the double team,
Oh,
also April
Oh.
30th.
That's good
Ooh.
to know.
That
And
was
Bin
classic.
Laden.
And Bin Laden.
And Bin Laden.
So many awesome things happen on April 30th.
When Bin Laden dunked.
When Bin Laden.
He's tall. He probably could have if he tried.
So said 10 years D Rose Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Goodness gracious.
Time flies, guys.
Time does fly. Speaking of which, it's almost 11 o'clock. Let's all go let these people enjoy the rest of their Friday nights. Don't party too hard because we've got a Bulls-Hawks Chris Dunn revenge game on deck tomorrow. Dear God, we've only got 9 more, guys. 9 more. And then we can start talking about off-season stuff. Thank God.
Hey, Bears got a quarterback.
Bears got a quarterback.
Check out the podcast. Check out the BAWL YouTube channel.